Politics and geopolitics news. Europe is rushing to strike a trade deal with the US by August 1, but is preparing for the worst, Bloomberg. Thailand is close to an agreement with the US to cut 36% duty on its exports before the August 1 deadline, Thailand's finance ministry chief Besant will participate in US-China talks in Stockholm next week. The US and China will discuss extending existing trade agreements on July 28 to 29. The temporary US-China trade agreement expires August 12. Besant said the deadline could be extended. Trump about Powell, he'll be gone soon anyway. He's due to resign in 8 months. He's likely keeping rates high for political reasons. Rates should be 1%. Financial and stock market news. Trump's new tax law will increase the US budget deficit by $3.4 trillion through 2034, says the US Congressional Budget Office. OpenAI plans to open its first office in Washington, D.C. in 2026. Nvidia's return to China gives Beijing time to ramp up production of its own chips, CNBC. US regulators will make the stock market much more accessible to active retail investors. Financial regulator FINRA is going to lower the threshold for patent day trading to $2,000 from $25,000. AstraZeneca plans $50 billion investment in US as Trump's looming pharmaceutical duties looms. The Los Angeles Times is planning an IPO within the next year. World LNG trade to grow 5.5% in 2025, 7% in 2026, IEA. IEA expects gas prices to rise 16% in 2025 on Gas Hub in Europe, 70% in US. European stock exchanges considering launching 24-hour trading, CNBC. Currency options markets are signaling that the US dollar could be under pressure again, Bloomberg. Some experts believe that the current dollar strength is a short-term rebound as part of a major downward cycle that has begun. Wall Street is stubbornly optimistic about energy sector stocks that have fallen in value. Analysts have high hopes for oil and gas stocks, encouraged by low valuations and Trump's support for the sector, Bloomberg. Coca-Cola. Non-GAAP EPS of 87 cents beats by 3 cents. Revenue of $12.5 billion misses by $18 million. GM's profit fell in second quarter due to Trump's tariffs. Philip Morris. EPS 1.91, estimated 1.86. Revenue 10.14 B, estimated 10.31 B. RTX Corporation EPS 1.56, estimated 1.44. Revenue 21.6 B, estimated 20.68 B. Coca-Cola will launch drinks with real cane sugar this fall. JP Morgan tested Tesla's Robotaxi in Austin for a full day and called it reliable and safe. Lockheed Martin. EPS 1.46, estimated 6.54. Revenue 18.2 B, estimated 18.58 B. Besant, duties bring manufacturing back to the US. Besant, duty revenue is a big number, it could be 1% of GDP. Bitfarms minor launches buyback on 10% of shares outstanding. Bitfarms equals plus 14%. Universal Music has filed a confidential IPO filing in the US. The falling dollar has saved some big multinational US companies this reporting season, softening the blow from Trump's duties. Reuters. Microsoft blames Chinese hackers for SharePoint hack. IEA, global LNG supply to grow 7% to 40 BCM year in 2026, after growing 5.5% this year equals strongest growth since 2019. India, diamond imports, Jan-May, equals minus 22% YOY. Russian diamond imports, Jan-May, equals minus 45% YOY. Russian diamond imports, May, equals minus 58% YOY. Data from India's Ministry of Commerce. Musk wants to raise up to $12 billion more on Zai, just weeks after raising $10 billion, Wall Street Journal. The company needs the money to buy Nvidia's NVIDIA chips and to build a data center. Crypto World News. Strategy to float new $500 million stretch STRC pre-leveraged stock to further buy BTC. Sentiment notes that whale demand for ETH is now much stronger than demand for BTC. Western Union considers integrating payments in stablecoins, CEO. Mexican developer Grupo Murano plans to buy BTC for a balance of $1 billion and expand the purchase program to $10 billion over the next 5 years. JP Morgan is exploring the possibility of providing customers with loans secured by BTC and ETH. The cumulative volume of locked-in value, TVL, in crypto has surpassed the $320 billion mark, equals a record. The number of Google searches for buy BTC is growing rapidly. For the first time in 3 years, SpaceX has driven $152 million worth of BTC, Arkham. Ether Machine CEO stated that the biggest beneficiary of the Genius Act is ETH, as most of the stablecoins are deployed on the ETH blockchain. Fundstrat and Grayscale said the same thing earlier. BitOrigin bought 40.5 million Doge for its balance sheet. Solana discussions are growing rapidly on social networks, Sentiment data. Sol exchange rate reached $200 for the first time since early February. Genius Group bought 20 more BTC for balance. Genius Group equals plus 9%. CryptoRank, major events in crypto this week. SharpLink Gaming bought another 799 for 9ETH for balance. Nakamoto, which holds $760 million worth of BTC on its balance sheet, has applied to merge with Kindly MD, which also buys BTC on its balance sheet. Experts remind that there is only 5.3% of all BTC left to be mined. Telegram cryptocurrency wallet is now available to 87 million users in the US. PNC Bank has partnered with Coinbase for customer access to crypto. Tom Lee, Fundstrat BTC will rise to $250,000 by the end of this year. Stocks of major companies buying ETH for balance rose between 40% and 800% in a month.